Hello everyone, and welcome to a game of Age of Empires 1. Yes, we're playing Age of Empires 1 in the Age of Empires 2 engine, thanks to the wonderful Rome Returns mod that is available for you to play on Voobly or to download from Aoe Heaven to play offline. And this mod takes all of the civilizations and technologies and units and everything from Age of Empires 1 and allows you to play it in Age of Empires 2. So if you want to play it in a multiplayer game, you can just go to Voobly, download the mod from their mod center, and set it as a data mod in the settings when you launch the lobby, and then play it. So here we have a bunch of people playing this mod for the very first time. We have me and ACCM over here in the red and Spring over here in the blue against, let's see, we have Teutonic tanks here in the orange, Underine in the purple, and Skittle in the yellow. And of everyone here, I think Skittle and Teutonic tanks are the only two people who actually know how to play Age of Empires 1 somewhat. I think Spring and I maybe played maybe 2 or 3 games before getting into this. So we'll go through a few games today and just try to take a look at what Age of Empires 1 is like. And this mod also sets up the technology tree all nice so that all the civ information and all of the units from the original game are right here in the technology tree. So if you're like me and you have no idea what you're doing, you can come to the tech tree and figure it out. And I'm the Persians, which apparently villagers get a hunting bonus. And elephants move faster and triremes fire faster, which I guess that won't matter because this is a water map. I have no idea what these civs do. I started the Dark Age by hunting some elephants. I think a normal start would be to mill the berries and then chop stragglers until you have enough wood for a lumber pit. So I have no idea what the build order is. Don't lose the build. I lost a villager to an elephant there, which is quite a shame because villagers are actually faster than an elephant, and when you hunt elephants, you actually need to keep track of the villagers so that you don't run too far away. And let me actually go here and turn down this scroll speed a bit. I'll have to turn that back up before I start playing again. A procaster there, idle villager. And this mod also starts you off with a scout cavalry, so you can do some scouting like in Age of Empires 2. But it's nice, you can set gather points with your town center. See right there, I have it set on the elephant carcass. You can garrison your villagers in the town center and retask them like you normally would. Houses count for 5 population instead of 4 like in Aoe1. And it's just a great way to play Age of Empires 1. So we'll take a look at what everyone's doing. We have ACCM down here as the Chozan. I'm not quite sure how to say that. If we look at the tech tree, he has no economy bonus. Priests are 30% cheaper, and longswordsmen and towers have a bonus. So let's take a look. Looks like they have all of the priest technology, so they can get their Wooloo going if they want to. No chariot archers or Sith chariots though, and these units. So from what I've seen from Age of Empires 1, when you get to the feudal age, you can make bowmen, axemen, and scouts, and none of those units cost gold. And it doesn't actually cost gold to advance to the Bronze Age, or like the Third Age equivalent to the Castle Age. So you don't actually need to take gold in the beginning of the game, I don't think. And Spring is playing as the Palmyran, and they're really strange because their villagers cost a total of 75 food but work faster, and they start with more food and tributes free. Not quite sure what that does. And I guess they have faster camels. Well, they do have chariot archers, which is the very important unit because they don't cost gold and they're very powerful and they're available right at the start of the Bronze Age. You just need to research the wheel upgrade at the market. So I think generally high-level Aoe1 is played. You pick the Assyrian civ because they have a strong eco bonus with faster moving villagers, and then all archer unit fire rate increased by 10%. So you pick the Assyrians and you go straight to the Bronze Age and make chariot archers. And I know there have been some balance tweaks to this mod, but I think that probably still is the best strategy from the limited amount I've played. And of course over here on the other team we had Team Random Civ, so Myron again, Chozon, and the Persians. Check that, yep. And Skittle, oh look at how nice that elephant was being lured. Probably, that's a pretty good position. Maybe here isn't that good position because it's right adjacent to the, ooh, I can select, is there a tree in that town center? Okay. As the villagers can't walk underneath the town centers, of course. Nope, and he is the first up to the feudal age, and looks like he'll get there pretty quickly. 846, that would be a great time in Age of Empires 2. And so, I quite clearly have no idea what I'm doing, and I also have absolutely no wood on my map. Teutonic Tanks, he does know what he's doing. We see he's already building, he lured some elephants, he's already moving on to the second patch of berries. He has his storage pit in location where he can take both wood and hunt the gazelle for food, because gazelle have 180 food in this version of the mod. And he's already building his houses to form a wall. He's used to these one tile wide houses and making walls with them. And I think ACCM's in trouble here because I don't know if he knows how to play. I think you normally have 3 elephants, and it looks like he hasn't taken his 3rd elephant. Maybe he hasn't noticed it at the edge of his line of sight. And playing as the Chozon. But yeah, as I was saying earlier, all the feudal age units don't cost gold. So then when you get to the castle age, it's a natural unit to go into the chariot archer, which also doesn't cost gold. And the upgrade to get it at the market does not cost gold. But some of the upgrades are in kind of weird locations in Age of Empires 1, because the storage pit serves as the location for all of your armor and attack upgrades. So the storage pit is kind of like the blacksmith. And then the granary, for some reason, this is where you research your tower and wall upgrades, and you need to research the watchtower upgrade before you can start building watchtowers. Except the Koreans, they get the tower upgrade for free. And then when you get to the feudal age, you see, has he built a market yet? Skittle probably has. And yep, the market, that's where you do all of your economy upgrades. But also the wheel, which lets you build chariots, and later in the game, siege engineers, which is required to do the final upgrade from catapult to heavy catapult at the siege workshop. So some of these buildings have upgrades that kind of interact with each other. Like, we had that a tiny bit in Age of Empires 2, where you had to research chemistry at the university to be able to make those gunpowder units at various locations, like the hand cannons at the archery range or the bombard cannons at the siege workshop, but not quite to the extent that things are mix and matched in Age of Empires 1. And I think it makes a bit more sense in Age of Empires 2. But if we look at ACCM, he's in trouble now because there's a ton of axemen that just got to his lumber camp. And he's like, oh no, I'm dead. And well, I'm trying to do a fast castle into knights, and I guess I'm a bit too slow on that to be able to help him. Because your town center, of course, doesn't fire arrows. Looks like he has 2 barracks of his own. He's trying to make some clubmen, but they're Teutonic Tanks. He's already done all of the storage pit blacksmith upgrades. So he has 2 armor and 7 attack on those blacksmith. And there's no loom in this game, so your villagers just die quickly to the axemen. And he's trying to attack it with his scout, but because of that 2 armor, his scout's only doing 1 damage. Oh no. Trying to garrison, but this isn't looking very good. And because you need to research walls at the mill, you're not going to be able to quick wall or anything. And walls cost stone as well, so these 5 upgraded axemen from Teutonic Tanks doing a lot of damage. Meanwhile, Spring has come forward with some archery ranges. Looks like he's going to try to go for bowmen, but Skittle is already up into the Bronze Age, and we'll see what Skittle's doing. He's making cavalry, and oh yeah, all of your hotkeys, they just transfer over. There's a few things that might be not the same or weird, but for the most part, they hotkeys just transfer over from what you're used to using on movies, so that's really nice. And also the spectator overlay it works. I wasn't really expecting that. I just put it on and it works. I guess these unique unit icons are not correct. But now we see Spring and Bowman are just getting cleaned up by these cavalry. And these axemen are coming to me, and I can't make any units yet because I have no idea what the build is to get to the castle age. I mean, normally I look at like 14 minutes and think, wow, that's a pretty good castle age time, but apparently not. So the only thing I can make in these stables right now is scouts, but I don't have any upgrades on them, so they're going to be doing only 1 damage to these axemen. So I guess this is kind of like a men-at-arms rush, maybe. I don't know, but ACCM, he's at least up to the tool age, but he's, looks like he's pretty dead. Taking gold, but I don't think there's anything he can actually spend gold on, since archers only cost food and wood, and nothing costs gold like the barracks, I don't think. Maybe the slingers do. And now I'm optimizing on some cavalry to clean up these axemen, but Spring's pretty dead, and ACCM's pretty dead. Well, at least, you know, our one hope would be that Andarin doesn't know what he's doing either, and he's going to have like a 17-minute castle age. But I think we're a bit too far behind at this point. I finally have cavalry 8 attack that will be able actually to damage these axes. Right. It's a huge upgrade, 150 HP compared to 50, so I'll get them cleaned up. Oh yeah, also on this mod, your villagers can walk on top of your farms, so you don't need to spread them out like away from the town center like you do in Age of Empires 1. So like, I guess Andarin's gotten it right, building them right adjacent to the TC. Oh yeah, farms, you also need to build a market. That's a market. You need to build a market before you can build the farms. And then yeah, Spring is where you buy some cavalry. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Skittle actually knows what he's doing. Teutonic Tanks actually knows what he's doing. And I'm going to try to fight this cavalry with my cavalry, but he already has upgrades on his cavalry. He knows how to use that storage pit. Looks like he's going to make it up through the Bronze Age, though. This game pretty much over at this point. Seriously, because this just couldn't up. So I try to kill those axemen with my villagers, finally bring them down. And there we go. So all of these cavalry are now coming into my base. ACCM though moving out with a few bowmen, but looks like Teutonic Tanks is. Ooh, there's a hole in his wall, but looks like ACCM decides to call it quits there. So let's jump into another game real quick. And this time we have a 2v2 now. So it's me and Teutonic Tanks, and we're going to be against Spring and Skittle. And so I'm playing as the Hittite. So what do the Hittite do? They have no economy bonus and no religion bonus. Their warships are better, so that's not going to matter, but siege weapons 2 times HP, and archery range units have 1 more range, so I guess they like the Britons. Kind of unfortunate that they don't have the improved bowmen in the castle age, but those cost gold, and I guess you would probably rather go for chariot archers anyway. So I have no idea how to do the Dark Age yet, and there I am again, just luring in an elephant at the start. I'm gonna chop a tiny bit of wood, drop it off, and then try to kill that elephant. Elephants actually die really quick to villagers here. And there it goes, pretty good location. Oh, and I don't have slingers, so I can't... slingers is a unit that counters archers, and they cost stone? Oh, that's interesting. Is that the same for everyone? I guess it would be. Koreans... Yeah, they cost stone. That's interesting. Stone to counter archers. Okay. And Koreans do get extra villager line of sight and free watchtower upgrades. And guard tower too. Priests have more armor, and their siege has more range. So that seems like the Koreans we know and love from Age of Empires 2. And what did I say? Okay, no slingers. So Spring, yeah, Spring did the thing where you mill your berries first, and I guess that's probably what you really want to do. It looks like everyone else went to mill their berries first. I tried to just survive on food with these elephants, and then I think I'll go for a storage pit here before I go for the mill. instead of chopping stragglers, but I don't know, still don't exactly know how to do the Dark Age yet. Or the Stone Age, I guess. Yeah, I just realized I don't have a dashboard. I think I can move that up again if I cycle through some stuff. There we go. Yeah, there we go. Sometimes the dashboard doesn't show up if you load games just going from the menu. Oh well. Go again. Ooh, the Korean save icon is actually, that's actually correct. So that's nice. And my villagers just stood there idle for a minute. And Tank says he's going to go clubs. So he's going to do the same thing he did in the last game, I guess, where he makes clubmen and then upgrades to axemen, does the storage pit upgrade, and tries to attack. But I was like, I'll go something, because I have no idea what this sim does, or even how to do the Dark Age. And we have a bit of scouting. This mod looks like it's always played with Allied Vision. I don't know if that was a thing in Age of Empires 1, but I guess it was. I don't remember a cartography check. So he says go archers, so I'm going to go archers.
Rogan?
Already looted 2 of these elephants. And there's a third one there. I guess I'll get that later. So I'm starting to collect wood. Title, that guy's going to an elephant. I need to build a house so I don't get housed. And I collected a relic, which is a war chest or an artifact. These things do absolutely nothing. Do relics do anything? No. So it's just useful for scouting, I guess, which is, it's kind of nice. You don't have sheep, so at least you can use relics to scout. Because if you have questions about sheep giving you information about the map, I have no idea how this thing gives you information about the map, just rolling around out here. This nice little bird flies overhead. And I stopped moving my scout a bit as I'm hunting that elephant there. It looks like Skittle's here. And it looks like he had a couple idle villagers too. And I'm right next to Spring, and I'm going to scout this stuff. It looks like he's bringing his elephant in towards his storage pit, because I think that, yeah, storage pit's where you drop off a hunt food, like from all these gazelle. And saying that Spring is there. I don't feel as bad about not moving my scout, because he's not moving his either. And as you can see, Skittle and Tanks both ahead of Spring and I in villagers because they actually have some idea of what they're doing. And I'm building a storage pit in the middle of those gazelle. I'm not sure if I'm supposed to like kill the gazelle when I build the storage pit so that they don't run away, but it looks like they're walking back to their spawn location. I don't know if that's just in this mod because they're like deer or something. But don't stand there idle. I actually put something. Oh, and I'm housed again. Oh, it looks like I just finished a house there though. So you actually get through the Stone Age really fast here and you get your food really quickly. And maybe Chinese is just to indicate that Hittite are an archer civilization. I feel like maybe Britons would have been a good icon for them, just based on the text. We see Skittle also taking his elephants in towards his storage pit. And this elephant now for Teutonic Tanks coming in towards his town center. And so, let's see. I can see those elephants there, so I know that Spring has all of his villagers out here, so I'll have something to fit with my archers. And I'll probably go up pretty soon after this villager. And I have 4 on wood. I don't know whether or not that's enough. And I'm going to put a barracks there. I don't know why I start building that now. I think for some reason I thought Feudal Age was 400 food. So I tried to drop some food there and go up, but then it wasn't. So I made an extra villager. And Spring might be trying to go straight to the Castle Age here. Maybe. Because I know he knows that the chariot archers are strong. And Koreans do indeed get chariot archers. And so I'm up. And the technologies are not displaying. Oh well. Not that big a deal, I'll have to figure that out. Unless that's off somehow. Yes. Okay, I'll figure that out later. And Teutonic Tank says to put 8 on wood for archers. I have 6 on wood right now, so I guess I'll just move 2 more over there. especially once that house is finished. And then I'll try to build some archery ranges to make some bowmen and attack spring. Because my tool age doesn't come in, but Tanks' tool age does. So maybe I just messed something up. But I see that Spring has all of his villages out here and that they're unprotected, so I'm going to be going with that. Meanwhile, Teutonic Tanks is now moving forward with his Axemen, and done the upgrades on them, and starting to pressure those villagers as Archery Rangers trying to call for Skittle, but no loom in this game. Villagers, one going down, a second going down, and we're finally taking out the scout, but he has 3 Axemen there, and he's causing a lot of idle time on those villagers. As I am now, oh, another villager goes down, as I am now up, and I'm going to build 2 archery ranges. And I don't know if there's anything there that benefits your archers. You can get armor, but I don't think there's like a fletching equivalent. As, ooh, even more villagers going down for Skittle. We see that he's down to 18 pop. And now he's just trying to run all of his villagers away, building a market in the back. Looks like he is going to be trying to go for a castle age. If we look at him, he does have the 800 food he needs for it. And he is creating bowmen to try to deal with the Axemen. They should do a pretty good job because the Axemen look like they have 0 pierce armor. And they're going to be doing 4 damage each. Lion attacking that villager there, trying to get to the hill, looks like. And will he survive? Ooh, no, pathing around weird. Ooh, he just will survive because of that villager. And now Bowman will clean up those Axemen, but my village research is done already. Maybe that research is something else. But anyway, I'm producing bowmen. And I see that Spring, he has market, barracks, 2 archery ranges, 3 archery ranges. He's definitely going to be trying to go for the chariot archers. But if we take a look at his perspective, I feel like I've practiced this build a couple times since we played this, and you can probably get up to the Bronze Age like 11 minutes or so. So I don't know if this Archer Rush is actually a viable strategy, or if it just works because we don't know how to get to the Bronze Age fast enough yet. But he has those 3 ranges there. I'm moving out. I have 5 archers, and I'm making archers from 4 ranges. And I do have a villager lead on him because he spent his town center time advancing to the Bronze Age. Meanwhile, these Axemen still coming in, getting a bit more harassment. But I'm going to see these villagers on these ranges. I'm going to pick off one, and I'm going to continue moving my archers forward. And we see them walking in their nice Age of Empires 2 line formation there, so he runs a villager away. And I'm going to come in towards this lumber camp and start picking off villagers. These archers, unfortunately, they target barracks. Not paying as much attention there as I could, but I'm keeping archers at home. As I'm going to continue moving forward, as Spring needs to move all of his villagers over here. And the town center, of course, even though you can garrison in this mod, it doesn't fire arrows back at you. So I can just move right to that town center and camp there. And as I put another bowman here to make sure he doesn't build any more archery ranges. And now I have a 10 villager lead over Spring. And I'm just going to camp that town center and kill new villagers as they come out. These villagers down here are going to need to build another storage pit, as I'm sending even more bowmen across and continuing to create them. And Tanks, meanwhile, has a couple slingers out. I guess he spent stone on them to try to deal with these archers. As that archer goes down. And he looks like he kind of Tanks brought an Axeman up to Spring too for some reason. And looks like Spring isn't creating villagers anymore, and I'm just spreading my archers out trying to find where the rest of his villagers are. I see that they're over here. And getting a few more kills, those villagers, I guess those are large bones that they're hitting archers with. I never quite knew what that was, but I guess it's a bone. I don't know. Trying desperately to make those chariot archers, as they do a great job of killing the bowmen. We'll see their stats when they come out. And now all of his villagers were chopping wood there, and they come back here to top it off, but they're walking straight into my archers. And those chariot archers have got 4 attack, 5 range, 70 HP, compared to the only 35 HP on bowmen. So these guys are pretty close to archers. And I get +1 attack strength, but I thought I got +1, What did I get? I don't even know. I don't even know where I got that from. It looks like I just did scale garden there. I don't know what that corresponds to. Right now, I'm just massacring everything. Springs down to 10 villagers, Skittles down to 12 villagers. And I think that's pretty much it. And there's the GG from Spring. And now Spring resigns, but kind of thinks that Skittle is still going to play a bit more down here. Even though Tectonic Tanks is a huge lead. See, I think he just says that he wants to play against Skittle. So I'm just going to sit up here and boom, get my boom on, and just take a watch. Take a look at what's happening down here. Let's play with Skittle, even though Skittle has 15 villagers. But now he's bringing it back with these chariot archers, though. And I think the bowman down here getting lots of kills on this storage pit because he can't get us any more villagers. It's quite an interesting mechanic that looks like it's going to help him come back. But now Tanks is getting out his cavalry. Because you can't upgrade your feudal units. These are just going to stay as weak as they always are, and you have to make new units when you get to the Castle Age. That's an interesting dynamic that with a feudal army, you really can't fight castle units at all. Maybe you should attack that with villagers. I don't know, 20 HP, that's like a lot. 4 plus 1 attack compared to the cavalry, 8 plus 2 attack. And now still has a bit of a lead. No, Skittle has brought it back a bit. And I think most of the time you stay on one town center. I don't think multiple town centers are as common. And you do need to build, I haven't gotten to the next stage. You do need to get to the Bronze Age and build a government center. And after you build the government center, you can build more town centers. And the government center is a building which functions pretty much similar to a storage pit. And I still don't know if there's a hotkey for that in this version. I will need to find that out. But now some cavalry coming forward. Looks like they're going to try and raid. Ooh, but a nice quick wall here from Skittle. And ooh, they don't get in anyway. So we've got all these villagers. So the interesting thing about Age of Empires 1 is, well, this doesn't occur here because we're in the Age of Empires 2 engine, but in Age of Empires 1, all of your buildings behaved like Age of Empires 2 farms. Like when you place the foundation, the building appears automatically on the map, and all of the players can see it. And the foundation actually exists with only 1 HP, and it actually blocks units from moving through it. So if Skittle wanted to, he could just select a villager right now and build a bunch of houses somewhere here just as a quick wall, even though he doesn't have any villager nearby. Just when he places the foundation, it's there to block units. It can be a big waste of wood because it only has 1 HP and you only need 1 attack to get through. But if you need quickly to block units, you can lay down a very quick and cheesy quick wall just with whatever else is around. Just to put a wall immediately in the middle of the map out of nowhere. Doesn't work in this engine. That's probably for the best, but is an interesting mechanic in Age 1. And now he has to bring his cav archers back, as he has evened up the vill count a lot, but is a bit behind in military as we see these cavalry, such an uncreative name, just cavalry. I guess these are like knights. Right, moving across the map, trying to get the engagement on these cav archers. We'll do some damage. And I think there is a hill bonus because we're in the Age 2 engine. I don't know if there's actually a hill bonus in Age 1. And cav archers will go down. Looks like these guys do have +2 armor. I don't know if that protects them from arrows. And Stables coming out for Skittle. I guess I can go to Tectonic Tanks point of view, see how he's doing. He has added a second town center, so he does have so he has to have a government center somewhere. I don't know, I can show you mine. There we go, government center for Hittites. And I'll put down several town centers. And go up to the Imperial Age, and I still have no idea about civilization, but Skittle finally resigns anyway. And we'll go take a look at one more game. So I think there's one more good game to look at. And okay, so spectator overlay is here this time. That's good. And I'm building that house way too close to the town center. Oh well. And this time we have me. I'm on a team with Skittle over here. Skittle's playing as the Assyrians, apparently the good civ. I'm playing as the Palmyran. And Ferret is playing as the Phoenicians. Let's go take a look at what the Phoenicians can do, because we haven't seen them yet. Villagers get plus 30 woodcutting. Elephant units cost minus 25. And ships fire faster. Or they're siege ships. You have one line, which is basically like your galleys, your scout ships, war galleys, and triremes. Then you have your catapult trireme and juggernaut. And then apparently in the Imperial Age you have a fire galley, which I think was added in Rise of Rome. It's a short-range warship that is used by civilizations lacking the catapult trireme, except Chozan. And yeah, not quite sure how that works, but I think that was added in the Rise of Rome. And then over here on the other side, we have Teutonic tanks, playing as the Phoenicians. Spring also has the Palmyran, and Green Arrow as the Assyrians. So I think Green Arrow and Ferret both don't know what they're doing at all. So first thing you do, finally milled the berries first, and now I'm chopping the straggler. I have some rather close elephants, so that looks nice. And I think this game I'm going to try and fast castle into knights. And I didn't check this part of the tech tree, so I was really confused the entire game about why my villages cost 75 food instead of 50 food. We see some good hunt there. Forward gold, this gold's kind of safe. Storage pits, of course, serving as drop-off sites for wood, gold, stone, and hunted animals. So quite a multi-purpose building, especially with those blacksmith upgrades. And most of this game, I was just kind of looking over at what Skittle was doing, because I felt like he knew what he was doing better than I did. And I was just trying to take a peek at his build. And right now, I guess I'm doing pretty well, because even though I'm the Palmyran, my villages cost more. I'm like the same vill count as everyone, except Skittle. So it looks like Spring and I are a bit behind, but since our villagers work faster, maybe we're actually ahead? I don't know. And got it. A nice elephant. Might have wanted to bring it maybe a tiny bit outside the town center more, just so I can fit more villagers around it. And that gazelle hopping its way towards the town center. Yeah, Green Arrow, also chopping some stragglers. Spring as well has gone to the berries and is chopping some stragglers. Same with Teutonic tanks, as he is just now lowering in his first elephant. And Ferret as well lowering in his elephant. And putting up a house as I got housed again. Still trying to see what I've scouted. That Allied Vision mod is really nice. It looks like I found most of my main resources. I'm still not sure what the main resources are in this Arabia map. And I guess there's that shorefish in this pond. And I think shorefish are extremely fast food, just like they are in Age of Empires 2. I'm going to boil this elephant right now, just as that one's running out. Ooh, that looks like it's going to be really well timed. Look at that. Look at that, just don't kill it here by that house. And probably could have killed it in a better location because the house is going to block some villagers. And yeah, not too many villagers are going to be able to harvest from that at once. Oh well. A couple of idols here as I'm probably trying to look at what Skittle's doing. But yeah, keeping up in population. Looks like Spring's behind a little. Maybe it wasn't taking enough food. Has made a storage pit out here on his gazelle. And he has absolutely no wood on this map, but at least he has something towards the back that looks maybe a tiny bit safer than something I here would. His gold's pretty exposed as well. So it looks like I have a much better map with the Spring. I'm putting my granary towards the back. And I feel like I'm slowly kind of figuring out how to manage the eco a bit better. And we'll lure in an elephant now. And I guess he's just going to shoot the elephant too. And we'll see how close this gets to the town center, because those elephants do go down a lot faster than more do. And I'll stop shooting it there, maybe just walk out of range. And then there we go, that's a nice spot for an elephant. But Teutonic Tanks, he has a strong build order. He is already up to the next stage, and he only needed like 1.5 elephants for that. He didn't even need all of his elephants, but he had a nice spot for taking berries, then taking wood from that storage pit, and also hunting some of those gazelle near the storage pit. And Spring actually setting his scout forward with the villager, and he is going to come forward and try to forward move with archery ranges. I'm spending most of my game looking at Skittle and looking at the tech tree, so I'm not actually going to notice that. I think I got housed there, and I might cancel villagers to click up, but 25? Yeah, I don't think you need quite this many villagers. I think you should be pretty comfortable to go up faster than this, like maybe even something as low as 21 villagers. I don't know how well you can produce units from that, but you can certainly hit the Castle Age or the Bronze Age fast enough doing that. And we see Spring scouting me, and I definitely haven't spotted any of this forward yet. As here comes his first villager, here comes his second forward villager, and he's going to try to hit me with some archery ranges. I'm hunting gazelle all the way out here. I have no idea whether or not that's efficient, it just kind of ran away. And Spring scouting me. Can I get some hits on the scout with my villagers? I tried to, but I'm a bit late. Oh, can I go again? No. Yeah, I was a bit late there. Do I kill that gazelle near the TC? I might, but yeah. He is going forward, probably because his map is complete shit. Probably because he got wrecked with archers last game and he thinks it's a good thing to do. Maybe because he doesn't actually know what he wants to do in the Bronze Age. But anyway, he's building a barracks right now. And I think Skittle says I should go knights. So I was thinking about going cavalry archer because I do know that's there, but he says go knights. I'll go knights. I guess I can also go to camels. What was this down here? Oh, war elephant. Ooh, and I can go to war elephants, and I can go to scythe chariots. Chariots, of course, another unit that you need the wheel, but doesn't actually cost any gold. So it'll be interesting to see how powerful those are if it gets to it. But we'll look at Spring. How's his eco doing? He just hits the tool age, has some villagers on wood. That's like 9 or so, and he's finishing up his hunt right now. Hasn't made any farms yet, hasn't made a market, but is putting down 2 ranges. As I'm about to hit the next stage, and I start putting down my barracks, because I'm going to make a market and a stable, and eventually a second stable to try and make cavalry. And still haven't spotted this forward by Spring, getting lazy with my scout. Meanwhile, Ferret has been, of course, killed again by the axeman with a flash of Teutonic Tanks. That just happens all the time from him. I guess he likes that, but Ferret doesn't look like he knows how to deal with it. He's gotten out a couple of bowmen, but not enough. And he is pretty much out of the game at this point. Definitely could stay in the game because Skittle is going to be super strong. But now 4 archers, or no, 2 archers and 2 villagers. Man, those archers look exactly like villagers. But they're coming in. I have my market and my 2 stables, and I'm up to the castle age. As Teutonic Tank folks is still wreaking havoc with those axemen as they finally go down. Skittle already up to the Bronze Age, about 12 minutes. Has out those archery ranges, and that's what I'm thinking is a better build, because see, right now Spring's coming to attack me with archers, but I could be at the Bronze Age now. And will I kill the scout? No, not quite. Archer's going to come in. I start doing the watchtower upgrade at the granary, because that's the logical building for watchtowers, and it looks like it's represented as anarchy up here, as Spring brings over the archers, and I have no idea how long the watchtowers take to build. I'm just going to try to build one to protect my wood line, as I put all my villagers on it. And it starts going up, but not fast enough. This is a doubt castle and watchtower form. And my villagers just start going down. No loom. And that hurts a lot, as you see. Spring now has a lot more villagers, and especially since my villagers are more valuable. It's kind of like those Atlantean villagers. And I'm trying to kill the watchtower here to protect my farms and my gold. Got garrisons and villagers in the town center to protect them. Now I start making some cavalry units just to clean up those archers. Like those garrison towers doesn't look like it gives them any more attack or anything, just keeps them safe, and I can garrison 3 units there and 10 in the town center, but I'm down to 8 villagers, and I don't really have any way to place these villagers either. So they are pretty vulnerable to spring getting picked off. Teutonic tanks now up to the Bronze Age. Has a few bowmen coming in to harass him, but he's prepared. He's got the slingers to counter them. And those bowmen look like they're going to go down pretty quickly. As I've started to contain this somewhat, I'm going to have 4 cavalry units as that watchtower just... I don't have anywhere else to go with my villagers. I've got my garrison here. My economy's completely stopped. And I'm just running towards his archery ranges. That's the only way I can run right now. And Spring's even laming my gold by building houses there. What a lamer. And I'm like, okay, let's attack his buildings. So I just gotta attack that barracks and attack. These villagers do absolutely no good against that barracks. Looks like they don't get an attack bonus like they do with H2, just doing 3 damage each. But meanwhile, some bowmen coming in over here from Green Arrow, living up to his name by making units that shoot arrows, as the chariot archers are coming out for Skittle. Looks like they're going forward, but they have the mobility, they can come back. And I'm just running my villagers away. I'm just going to spread them out and try to get them away somehow from Spring's archers. And now that I need 75 food for my villagers, that's going to take a while to make. So I managed to save 3 of those villagers and I'm going this way. These ones kind of took a weird path around some of those buildings, so they didn't escape. And Bowman coming in, harassing Skittle a bit, but he has the chariot archers there. And now he's getting into Purple's base, and it looks like he's going to be able to do a lot of damage here. And all those villagers going down in that wood line. And a few clubmen out here to defend. Some cavalry came in to ferret, and he says GG, but there really is no reason for that GG yet, because Skittle is still in this game, and he has chariot archers, and he's ready to carry. He's getting to 31 villagers, he's doing well. And Skittle's just like, go on, mine's also good. It's 2v2, but it's more like 3v1 at this point. As I'm down to 16 villagers. Finally did complete that watchtower though, so I am kind of safe. But I have enough cavalry here, I can kind of deal with these archers at this point. But now, not if this cavalry comes here for Teutonic tanks, and I need to deal with that as well. This is going to be hard to fight. These archers, I don't even know how these cavalry are microing themselves. But I'm just trying to stand underneath this watchtower with some fire support. As Spring brings in even more archers than I need to make any more cavalry. And I'm just going to die here. But that's okay, because Purple's dead. See, he's down to 30 population. And now I'm down to 13 population. And I'm all garrisoned up inside these buildings, not working. Skittle says he's coming, sending his chariot archers over. And chariot archers will wreck these normal archers here, especially with that +4 armor. That's really strong. And I think my watchtowers are just going to have to... Only 3 range on them, that's pretty short. But my watchtower's going to have to save me now and clean up these cavalry, because I can't fight that with villagers. And it looks like I might even lose another villager here. But yeah, 12 pop. Yeah, down to 11 population, so I am out of it, but so is Spring, as he has chariot archers in his eco. There's nothing he can do with the villagers on that wood line. And those villagers going down. And it's real interesting seeing how difficult it is to defend against pressure in this game without that town center firing back at units. It means much less of your base is safe. And without houses being 2 tiles, you don't really have as many house walls. So that's really interesting. Now, Spring's bowmen down here, they're retreating, and now me down to 11 pop have to find a way to build up. And 11 of that pop is these 2 units I've put up in these stables. I have a 3rd military somewhere that I don't think military isn't stocking up. I have a scout out here doing nothing because I can't do anything right now. But we see Spring down to 28 villagers as Teutonic Tanks has sent some camels over to help him. But maybe camels are still weak to arrows? I don't know. But this wood line looks like no more villagers working there. Spring just trying to run villagers as more of them keep going down. And it looks like camels probably would serve as a pretty good counter to chariot archers, but Skittle has a lot of chariot archers. And we'll see how they do against these feudal age bowmen. Or tool age, because it doesn't look like Spring is going to be getting up anytime soon. He just lost a ton of villagers. He spent a lot of food on those archers, and yeah, he doesn't really have any food left. And looks like he's continuing to try and produce bowmen just to do some more harassment with them. But Skittle is strong. 4 ranges producing these chariot archers, and excellent. Like Skittle, you're losing the units to those archers because I only have 11 population. I can watch what Skittle's doing. And Chariot Archer tries to get away, but Skittle has a nice mass of Chariot Archers. He has this hill. He has the production advantage from these 5 ranges. And of course, has not needed to take any gold yet because he's just making units that only cost food and wood. And he's going to take a fight against Spring's archers here up on this hill. And looks like the archers are getting back, and I don't know if they need ballistic or something to hit the archers. Doesn't look like the arrows appear on the ground like they do in Age 2, but oop, there we are. Skittles also sent cavalry archers over to Tanks, who has a ton of villagers, is on multiple town centers, but is going to be going down. And is losing his cavalry, has to run away with his villagers. But at the same time, big fight going on down here with the bowmen and the camels trying to take out the chariot archers, but the chariot archers just too strong with this hill advantage, taking out the bowmen and surviving even against the camels. And this huge army of bowmen from Spring is going to be cleaned up by these chariot archers from Skittle. And remember, Spring, he's still in the tool age, as is his flank, who was also pretty crippled down to 34 villagers, so they're out of the game. Teutonic Tanks is being raided, and Skittle's just carrying right now with these chariot archers. Here we're seeing the power of those Assyrian chariot archers. And Spring, he's not even raiding wheat anymore. He's just trying to send bowmen over here. He's just sending them to their death. Look at how many dead bodies are there here on this hill. And now let's see how I'm doing here. I am back up to a good 21 population. Again, it's hard to get that 75 food for each of these villagers. I got these 2 cavalry units in those stables. I have an artifact, so I can get some scouting done with that thing, as it's pretty useless otherwise. But more harassment coming in on Teutonic Tanks, as it looks like Purple now is coming forward. He's going up to the next stage. He's making some bowmen, trying to make some forward archery ranges, and he is Assyrian as well. So let's check what that bonus is one more time. It's all archer units fire increased by 10%. So I guess like that Ethiopian upgrade from the HD expansions, there's a bit of overlap there. And Skittle needs to keep his villagers away. And I have these 2 cavalry units. I think I'm going to send them over here to help deal with these bowmen at some point, because that's really all I can do in this game. Spring, again, still continuing to queue up bowmen, is getting raided again, has no eco again. Skittle just needs to take care that he doesn't lose too many villagers to the archers, as he does have the cav archers there to kill these bowmen, and he should be fine. But oh, there we go. I'm sending my knights, my cavalry over to help clean this up. As Spring, I still can't do anything to take out these rangers. Let's see, still raiding Teutonic Tanks a bit. Looks like he's even made a town center down here, trying to get it out. As the chariot archers taking out what's left of this army here. And then we'll be able to move on uncontested to Spring's eco, because he just has that one watchtower here. But now quite a few bowmen as my cavalry are coming in. And Spring has even more bowmen. Just putting all that food into the bowmen, and they're, I think, 40 food each. Yeah, 40 food, 20 wood. These are 40 food, 20 gold. And those horse archers are 50 food, 70 gold. I think horse archers are like ridiculously powerful. And elephant archers, far the strongest, most durable cavalry archer. Okay, so I don't know how good those are. They're like super expensive, but maybe they're good. But Skittle now has a huge score lead. Teutonic Tank still has a lot of town centers. He might be getting lots of villagers out. So we'll have to see how he does. But I'm back. It goes down to 11, back to 29 population. I'm about to have an eco going. I'm going to be able to start making some cavalry soon. Still, I feel like I'm probably in a decent position. I have the cavalry here to protect Skittle. I'm going to do something useful. Unfortunately, Red dropped out of this game because I think Skittle's kind of strong enough to carry us here. Skittle's like, oh crap, I got all these bowmen in the base, and I'm just like, I can't do anything about that. I don't got anything. Like, nope, can't do anything about that. But I can do something about these little bowmen back here. Skittle just has to run his villagers away, try to mass up enough cavalry so they can take a fight there. Meanwhile, he's still in the back of Spring's economy, doing even more damage. Spring is now down to 11 villagers. It's his turn to have no eco, as he still also has been raiding in Teutonic Tanks' base. And looks like his chariot archers are going to come to the back of Purple and get some raiding there. As he's moving out to the storage pit down there. Now he has this hill, and we'll see how intelligently these cavalry can path themselves to get to these archers. Not very intelligent. Look at that. That's HD level pathing right there. And maybe I move them over here or something? Maybe I just try to get away from the archers, but no, because now I go to... No? I don't know what I'm doing with them. Maybe I go to Purple. But Purple now, he's in a lot of trouble as he has chariot archers in his eco as well. And I don't know, 36 population, haven't been lost. I can start going back to gold. I have a lot of farms. I can start making cavalry soon. I don't know if I should be adding more town centers, but I don't know. It looks like Teutonic Tanks did. It's been paying off for him. He has 48 villagers. And looks like these bowmen, especially under these archery ranges, Skittle at the Assyrian should be able to take that fight. And looks like he's going to as the archers try to get to the top of the hill. Got so many chariot archers there. They fire so fast, they're so strong, so durable. And no one can really can you see some lights? I'm just like, I'm finally starting to make some lights. Oh, look at all those bowmen going down. Chariot archers, OP, please nerf. Springs, bowmen, still going down, and he's still stuck in the Twill Age where he only has one villager, and once these units get cleaned up, he's just going to be completely out of it. And now here we are. Now I'm making 2 stable cavalry. Now I'm back in the game. Spring's entire army gets cleaned up. And he is now down to 3, 2, 1 population. As let's see, where is that villager? It's not idle wherever it is. Up working on that farm. Oh, can you snipe that villager? Can you? There's the GG from Spring. You kill the villager. Here we go. And 0 population from Spring as he says GG. Purple's out of it. Now I'm getting back into the game. Shame Red resigned, otherwise we would be completely in control now. But Teutonic Tanks, man, he's got 80 population. Ooh, it looks like Teutonic Tanks just slung Spring so he would have enough food to make a single villager. And that is exactly what he's doing, making a villager. And now I have quite a few cavalry units. I'm going to send them up Teutonic tanks, get some raid again. He's making those Phoenician chariot archers. Let's see if they have a... No bonus on the chariot archers. I'm just going to grab a quick drink from this liquid I have here. Okay, there we go. And he's making some chariot archers of his own defense, and see how powerful those are. As my cavalry come in, I haven't done any upgrades on them, mostly because I don't know what the upgrades do. And I know there's one that says cavalry armor, but I don't know if that means they defend against ranged units, because I know there's also a melee shield thing that protects melee units against archer damage. So I'll have to play around with that, but I'm not going to engage there. I'm going to get back. Try to group up with more of my cavalry, so I can get my production going from 2 stables. Might send them to try to clean up spring a bit. And we capture another artifact. Has more chariot archers coming over towards purple, who looks like he's finally started making some chariots. I don't know how chariots do against chariot archers. Let's go find out. Skittle not patrolling his units, but take a fight here. And looks like chariots with 100 HP. Looks like they're doing pretty well. His units just running around back here, not doing anything. Has a few more back here. And I'm guessing I probably should have added in some more town center at this point, but still I really don't know how to manage the eco. And I'm going to have to bring some cavalry to deal with this aggression here from Teutonic tanks. I'll have to garrison some villagers. And tanks is rage not quitting. And as I'm going to heal back, and we're garrison them. He also is raiding the villagers. That's okay, quite a few villagers here. And that's okay, I got watchtowers, cavalry here coming back to defend. He's up to the Iron Age, he's gonna have that technology. He has his own chariot archer. Looks like I probably don't pay attention to that. I do want to bring them back at least. Can use them all for nothing. Stables, trying to get 4 stables. As purple now, purple's back in the game, and it's a shame red resigned because he would be in the game right now, and we'd pretty much have won if he had just managed to build back up like I did and purple did. But spring still has a good 4 villagers, still in the Tool Age. Doesn't know the secrets of bronze yet. Doesn't know how to do that tutorial island bronze dagger. Can't play RuneScape yet. Man, these one-tile houses are just so strange to look at. It's just like, they're only 1 tile. So used to them being 2. More villagers going down, a bit more raiding, but looks like he's even moved over here, over to Red's base, and made a town center there, putting down more farms. And only a single watchtower left from Red that can do some damage. And finally, I probably got my 4 stable cavalry production going, so I'm feeling pretty good. And we have a ton of chariot archers here harassing purple again, as we see his villager number is dropping. And we have a good mass of cavalry and chariot archers here, but Teutonic tanks in the Iron Age has those Iron Age chariot archers. He's going to patrol in from looks like this will be pretty good for us. Some chariot archers cleaning up the villagers over here, but he'll garrison in the town center to bring down his own chariot archers. Don't know what Cannon Galleon research refers to. Fortunately, they kind of washed up in something there, so I think it's for cavalry, but we will still force them back. Unfortunately, purple has now started running into Skittle's base. I think Skittle will be okay though. He has enough chariot archers there to defend, he has enough buildings here, but you see the power of just the normal chariot, only costing food and wood, just like the chariot archer. But at the same time, purple is being raided by some chariot archer, losing more villagers down to 31. It is now Skittle and I each have like 40 to 45, and Teutonic tanks have a ton of villagers, but not the most active, since we are doing this raiding here. But he's bringing some more chariot archers back here. Looks like we're probably going to clean this up for now. As purple set Skittle back a little bit, but I think Skittle will be fine. As purple's economy is still going down, these chariot archers just camping that hill. And spring, what a hero, up to 12 population. At this point, Skittle needs to go. I think we won that game. Maybe a more stayed in. But anyway, Skittle needs to get out. Thought that was a pretty interesting game. Anyway, and that was Age of Empires 1. So that was pretty interesting, seeing all the different technologies and how different units play together. And again, this mod is on Voobly, so you can just go there and play some Age of Empires 1 multiplayer if you want. We'll take one last look at the achievements, and we'll see military stats. Look at Skittle carrying us pretty hard. Economy, Teutonic tanks though, went for that huge boom. Did some researches. I didn't even know what the researches do, so I didn't really research them. That 1359 Castle Age, or Bronze Age, normally that'd be pretty fast, but in this game looks like that's pretty slow. Skittle, of course, coming up at 1224, and could probably do that even much faster. Lots of villagers for Teutonic tanks. I did build up to be even with Skittle, and I did get a game high 2 artifacts. So, okay, that's it for now. I'll try to do some more Age of Empires 1, and I'll probably discuss the definitive edition a bit coming up in the future. Thank you all very much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.